We're just about set to get back to action here. Friday night fights rolling on. Ariel Agami with Phoenix Carnivale. The 5th of our 9 scheduled bouts for the evening is about to take place. 5th of 7 amateur bouts with 2 main events to come later in the professional ranks. We'll send it up to David Diamante for the introductions of these next 2 competitors.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Broad Street Ballroom here in downtown New York City, we are set to go with our next bout of the evening, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of the Friday Night Fights Muay Thai. This bout is scheduled for 3 rounds in the 155-pound weight division, and your referee is Chris Wagner. Introducing first, he's fighting out of the red corner. He wears orange with silver and black trim. He weighed in at 153 pounds. He represents Stockade Mixed Martial Arts from Kingston, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nick Holochuck. Holochuck. And his opponent across the ring, he's fighting out of the blue corner. He wears camouflage trunks. He weighed in at a ready 152.6 pounds. He represents Anderson's Martial Arts from New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Joe Razor Sharp.
All right, gentlemen, you got instructions in the dressing room on a nice, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. In case for the knockdown, go to the neutral corner. I tell you to go to. Remain there until I call you out. Any questions over here? Any questions over here? Fight fair, fight hard.
Chris Wagner provides the final instructions as Sharp versus Holochuck is about to commence. Here we go with round 1 of a scheduled 3. Ariel Agami with Phoenix Carnivale on Friday Night Fights from the Broad Street Ballroom.
Both guys coming out.
Razor Sharp against Nick Holochuck.
Joe doubling up on the jab, jumping up on the cross. Nick with a very high guard. Looks for a leg kick, checked by Joe. Joe being the aggressor here, lands some big knees on the inside to the body.
And a warning from Chris Wagner here.
I think he was just telling him to keep those knees up high. This is both guys' second fight.
Sharp trying to land that round kick to the body. Takes the right hand to the body.
That body shot hurt him. You saw that Nick like doubled over a bit. Another knee landed in the same position. Smart by Joe to try to attack the same spot multiple times while his opponent's hurt there.
Well, Holochuck told me at Thursday's weigh-in, don't sleep on Upstate.
No, they're great fighters up there. I mean, you've got Chris Mosseri coming out of there. There's a lot of good fighters coming out. Big right hand lands over the top of Jump's glove. Uppercut just misses Joe.
Holochuck doing some good work in round number 1. Sharp trying to fight back. Now he has Holochuck off balance. And Holochuck stumbles into the corner.
Nice left and right landed by Holochuck. Big right hand lands by Holochuck. Joe covers up, looking to come forward with an attack. Body shot slightly lands by Holochuck. Big right hand by Joe. Woo! And an uppercut ends that first round. Great action from both guys.
Round 1 comes to a closed-in style. Joe Razor Sharp out of Anderson's Muay Thai in New York City, taking on Nick Holochuck out of Kingston, New York. He trains at Stockade Muay Thai. Kingston just north of Poughkeepsie on the I-87.
There's a lot of action in that first round. I think Joe Sharp landed some of the harder shots, some of the cleaner techniques in that first round, but Nick came back towards the end of that round with really good boxing combinations that landed flush. So it's interesting to see how the judges score it. I don't know if Nick will be able to steal that first round with the action that he gave us in the last 30 seconds.
I'm Ariel Agami with Phoenix Carnivale and the Q Live Sports team from the Broad Street Ballroom in Lower Manhattan. Another exciting installment of Friday Night Fights. Here we go with round 2 between Sharp and Holochuck.
Sharp's been great with these sort of step-in knees. He's been hitting Holochuck in sort of the same spot over and over again and doing damage with them. He pushes off. There's that knee again by Joe Sharp.
These men doing battle at close range here. Holochuck trying to gain control, lands the left leg to the body.
Yeah, nice left leg kick by Holochuck.
And
nice
a low right-legged kick from Holochuck, and he doubles up on it.
Oh,
good
big
right hand from
right
Holochuck.
hand. Both fighters kind of just taking a breathing here as they look at each other in the middle of the ring. There's a mouthpiece.
And the mouthpiece is out. Chris Wagner's going to bring a stop to the action for just a moment. Nick Holochuck's mouthpiece hits the canvas.
Big
and they have a replacement ready to go as is common.
Good, but big opportunity for both guys to take a breath here. You know, you should use every single break that you get to re-energize and recharge. Big right hand lands. Joe Sharp doing a great job with those knees though. Another right hand lands, a big stiff jab lands by Joe.
Holochuck looks gassed here, Phoenix. Oh, nearly stumbles over his own feet.
Yeah, another big shot. Joe tries to tie him up with the clinch. It's a smart move. Holochuck does like to use his boxing.
The Razor trying to teep his man away. Tries it again, but unsuccessfully. Left knee lands to the body for Holochuck, who seems to be staggered again.
Yeah, and Joe's been doing a good job of stepping in with these knees. You know, one thing is he does drop his head and put his eyes down. And while his eyes are down, he's not using head movement to react to those punches. So that's one of the reasons why he's been able to get hit with a lot of those punches.
Lands below the belt.
Yeah, right in the breadbasket. He's got up to 5 minutes to recover, so he should be smart about taking it.
And it's interesting, Phoenix, because you see guys take these low blows, but they rarely take the full 5 minutes. A lot of times they shake it off relatively quickly and they get back to action. You don't see guys kind of milk that time out to as much as they can.
Well, part of it is you don't want to cool down too much either, you know what I mean? Like you want to just keep, your adrenaline can just start dumping too. So even though you're breaking, your adrenaline can start to just kind of go down too much as well, and then it's hard to get yourself back up. So it's really about just taking a couple of deep breaths and getting yourself back to the action.
And Razor benefited there with only a couple seconds being left in the round anyway, so time was called in and the round came to an end. 2 down, 1 to go in a 3-round scheduled bout between Joe Razor Sharp out of Anderson's Martial Arts in Manhattan and Nick Holochuck out of Stockade Muay Thai in Kingston, New York. The kid from upstate doing his best to come away with a victory on road turf.
Yeah, right now it looks like this fight is 1-1 to me. I give the first round to Joe Sharp, and I think Nick Holochuck had the second round.
A lot of tough fights to score here so far.
Yes. On
Friday Night Fights, a lot of close, competitive battles. That's what we like to see on Friday Night Fights. We're back in our old stomping grounds this evening at the Broad Street Ballroom in Lower Manhattan. Ariel Agami in Phoenix Carnivale. So here we go, Holochuck and Sharp ready to do battle. 1 more 2-minute round to go. Chris Wagner going over instructions once again, and Holochuck still looks a little bit out of gas here, even though he was the one that landed the low blow as round 2 came to a close.
Well, he's been throwing a lot of boxing combinations, and he's really throwing them with venom, so that can be exhausting. Joe Sharp, here you go, using his clinch again, which has been smart. It's been working for him. You know, he really does have some hard and sharp knees.
Using that plum over the back of the neck of Holochuck and trying to alternate those knees.
A nice left hook lands, and he goes for a hook for the body. Big right overhand lands by Holochuck.
Amazing heart by both these fighters. You think one guy's about to go, and he comes right back.
Right, and this is their second fight.
They fought each other.
No, they've both only fought once before.
Oh, yes, yeah, absolutely. Both of them have won amateur bout previously. Holochuck 0-1, Joe Sharp 1-0. Joe Sharp, the hometown kid out of New York City. Holochuck from Kingston, NY. Don't sleep on Upstate is what he likes to tell people.
A lot of good fighters come out of there.
In fact, that's the motto of his gym, the Stockade Muay Thai in Kingston. Left
Really?
leg, absolutely, has it on his t-shirt and everything. Holochuck landing with the left and the right leg. Razor sharp, comes back with the right leg to the body.
Yeah, body kick lands there, by Joe Sharp. Joe Sharp's got to stay in and push the action forward. Mouthpiece falls out.
Mouthpiece is out, you're absolutely right, Phoenix. And Joe Sharp, sportsman that he is, he points it out to Chris Wagner, the referee. So now we know that corners are supposed to keep a spare mouthpiece ready, but the other one already fell out and hit the canvas before, so they had to just clean the dirty one.
Just clean it up.
These
All right,
guys are tough.
both guys tired, really looking to push the action towards the end, see who wants it a little bit more.
And Razor trying to land the knee, stepped into a right hand from Holochuck a moment ago. Now Holochuck tries to
that
team.
was a big body kick.
Final 10 seconds of this 3-round affair.
You can see Joe just trying to push it. Holochuck trying to get out from too close to the ropes. And there you have it, the third and final round. Big hug from both guys. Just, you know, when you fight somebody just as tough as you to bring out the best of each other, I mean, they were both really tough guys.
That was as even a fight as we've seen so far. Really tough fight to score, I think, Phoenix. What would be your early evaluation of those 3 rounds? Who do you think got the better?
Well, okay, so I definitely thought that the first round, a majority of the first round went to Joe Pena, but the last 30 seconds, Marlon had a big combination and he landed some big shots in the first round. The second round, it looked like it looked like Holochuck had a little bit more of the dominating strikes in that particular round with his boxing. He was throwing a lot of heavy leather, and then, you know, they were both kind of sucking wind. And then Joe Sharp looked like he had Holochuck on the back foot for the third round. So I would probably say it might lean towards Joe, but I wouldn't be surprised based off of the amount of boxing combinations and how hard of the shots that Nick threw that they gave it to him. So we'll see.
It's interesting. Joe Sharp mentioned to me on Thursday at the weigh-in, the big statement he made, I don't want to leave it up to the judges, but unfortunately that's exactly what ended up happening.
Yeah.
And he looks to be favoring his right-handed bit as he's checked out by his corner. So we're going to see if Sharp's fears were realized here and if the judges, in fact, decide his fate going against him. Upstate NY versus New York City. Joe Sharp and Nick Holochuck waiting for their fate to be rendered.
Yeah, we'll see how they're scoring it. You know, if they were looking at the boxing combinations and the heavy shots that Nick was throwing, or if they're going to look at the knees.
Here's David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action here at the Broad Street Ballroom, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge A scores the bout 29-28 for Holochuck. Judge B scores the bout 29-28 for Sharp. And Judge C scores his bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision, representing Anderson's Martial Arts, Joe Razor Sharp.
So Joe Sharp's record moves up to 2-0. I believe that it was the knees of Joe Sharp and also the aggressiveness in his first and third round that won it for him. So congratulations to Team Anderson's Martial Arts here in New York City. Holochuck has nothing to be ashamed of, though. He's a really tough guy and he fought really hard.
So the Razor ups his record to 2-0. Friday Night Fights continues to roll on. All action Muay Thai coming at you.